Hi everybody, this is JD with Aerides General Store. I haven't made videos in a while. I had a few of the hot process methods and just regular cold process on my channel. However, today I'm here to show you the Sturgeon oil infusion. It's going to be the Sturgeon full moon oil infusion. And if you've never done any oil infusions before, I highly recommend getting these two books. I'm going to show you them in a moment. I'm really excited because this is Rosemary Gladstar's medicinal herbs. So it shows you the steps on how to do the oil infusion if you've never done them before, or deconcoction, or making teas. And as far as this handbook of the Native American herbs, this is another good one. And these two I got from Amazon. That kind of shows you that. And the reason why I chose the Sturgeon full moon is because it's August. It's going to be August 3rd is when it's going to happen. And so I'm going to kind of play it about that time. I'm going to show you when I put the herbs outside. And I'm going to try to also remove them from the hot sun we're going to have in August. So I'm going to do it in Lakewood, California, which is closest to Long Beach. And lately it's been pretty hot, so we're going to try to do this in a place where we're going to put it outside during the full moon. And then we're going to set it back inside the house and keep it from basically steeping. I'm going to give it about 3 weeks until you could get the herbal effects of the oil infusion and why I use oil infusions. So here's what you're going to need. We're going to do the English lavender. This is flowers that are whole. They're lavender buds. I get mine from Mountain Rose Herbs, and they're really pretty decent. I love that they're certified organic. So if you get a bag of these, it doesn't have to be this big. You can start small. I prefer to start small. If you've never done this before, don't get a large bag and you don't use it for the rest of the year. They also expire. Also, the reason why, well, why do we use lavender, right? Well, lavender is good for antibacterial, antiseptic. It's good for the skin. It's also good when you have a bug bite. And they're, you know, to clean, also wounds. And comfrey, which is this one right here, and comfrey leaf is known to have help with, it's more of pain, like, for example, like arthritis. And it shows you on that Native American herbs book of why they use comfrey leaf. And so I also get that from Mountain Rose Herbs. And calendula. I can't say enough. So keep them in a jar like this. This should keep. And make sure they're tight. If you want to get, you know, those bags, take them out and put them in these jars would be perfect, so you could save your herbs from you don't want to decay in a bag, you know. So, and this calendula is also great for wound healing, for gentle skin. It's known also, if you've ever gone to any stores, they have soaps that have calendula in it. It's very gentle for babies, and it's good for sensitive skin. So if you have some kind of skin irritation or burns or anything like that, calendula is great for that. And you also need olive oil, and I'll show you in a moment. You can go to Costco. So yeah, olive oil would be what you need to basically infuse the buds with. I'm going to show you in a moment how that looks like. And you're also going to need a jar. Let's start small, okay? I mean, I've done oil infusions where there's maybe a 32 ounce, and let me tell you, it can go bad, and it's not going to smell good. So use what you need at the time. If you're only going to make salves, or you're going to use it to pretty much use for your soaps, for your olive oil soaps, this would be another way to do it. And what else? Oh, and if you go to Daiso, grab these. These are basically stock pot pack, but they also use the same material for teas, so it doesn't get messy. What I prefer is, yeah, I felt like the buds or the lavender buds or the comfrey or calendula could just go directly in that jar if you don't want to do that. But to me this is simpler, and you don't have to use a cheesecloth, and it gets pretty messy, so I'm trying to get this much more efficient. And yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing during this pandemic, is trying to find ways for us to take care of ourselves and just be with nature and the healing properties that we have probably passed on from our ancestors, and we've never really tried it. And this is the kind of places I go to when I just want to keep busy and just think about other things other than what's going on around us. And instead of doing that, it's time to really take care of our skin, and also to go out, exercise, just have fun, smile. And that's about it. Other than that, I'm going to show you how that's done. Pretty simple. And let's get to it. Okay, the most exciting part, it's the how-to. I also forgot, guys, if you want gloves not to get messy, you can certainly do that. And I have a hand sanitizer here, so you can start with that. Sanitize your hands. Besides, you're going to use this stuff for your skin. So, put your gloves on. Now you're clean. Everything is good. So I have a few of them ready. These are the sachets, kind of what they're called, I guess. I don't know, or the stock pot material that they use for teas. Get more. So you need also a tablespoon. I forgot to tell you that. You could use regular tablespoon, but this is the one I use at the shop. So let's start with calendula. I like to mix because then I want all the herbal goodness in my oil infusion here. You can do it separately. You can also do just calendula or lavender or comfrey. It doesn't really matter, as long as you're happy with what you use. So as you can tell, this is an easier process. Just put enough in there. Whoop. Yeah, it does. See, all the herbs will just go all over the place, but that's okay. Clean your surfaces. When you're done, stick it in there. And let's see what else. Should we do lavender? Okay, let's do lavender. I'm probably going to put about 4 in here and see if we can fit that much. You can get smaller one of these, but this is just larger, and the tea ones are too small. So here's the lavender. Look at that. So great. Woo! Put it aside. Put about maybe 3 tablespoons. Close it up. See? Puppy in there. I don't know. Maybe we're only going to make, maybe 4. So, close. Get the comfrey. Why sturgeon, you say? It's a fish. If you ever read up on sturgeon full moon, it'll talk about the fish and why they called it that, and where the fish is found. And apparently they are found about that time. There's several also different names of full moons I didn't know about, which was interesting. So if you want to keep yourself super busy and read about those stuff, I think I find that much more interesting anyway. Other than I know we're doing a full moon infusion, which I've never done, and I think it's exciting because you can also do it with teas, but I decided to do it with oil. On the last one, maybe, how much? So this is roughly about a half now, but I could probably put in, what I want to do now is mix 1 tablespoon of the calendula here, make it even. comfrey and lavender buds. There. Now mix it kind of, I try to make it about a decent size, like a 50-60% full in there. So put that in. Right. Okay. See how neat that's packed? And then here's your olive oil. You could use whatever carrier oil you want. You can do almond, sweet almond oil. You could do rice bran oil. You could do jojoba. Olive oil is safe, and I think it's better, and you can get a lot for Costco, 2 jugs. If you already have this in the soap shop, perfect. Or just in your pantry. So fill it up. You see how it's filling up? Kind of cool. It's going to turn different colors too. Calendula turns yellow. Comfrey's going to turn green, so it's going to have different kinds of colors. So you're going to see it bubble up a little bit. Try to pack it in. Try to cover the herbs with the oil here. Can't wait to take it outside and show you guys. Okay. Think that's full enough? Kind of. Just a little more. And I'm going to get a spoon so we can just pack it in. Okay, there you go. Now it's incorporated. I want to kind of mix it while I can right now. If a bag should explode or whatever, at least it's still, like I told you, it's contained in there. It's steeping. It's stewing. It's brewing. Doing its job. All these herbs are going to give us their constituents and their medicinal purposes. It's good for our skin healing. There you go. Doop. All gone. I think it's all mixed. And that. Close that off. Paper towel. Oops. Trash can. Paper towel here. Clean that out, close it up. There you have it. Kind of neat, eh? Just kind of, yeah. So this is what I use for making your salves at my shop. I typically sell them more at my farmers markets. So come visit me, guys. I'm going to be at the Cypress Farmers Market August 15th. And I sell my salves there, and I'm also at the Palos Verdes Farmers Market on Peninsula High School. You could get that there as well, and or you can use this for your soaps or whatever you want, even for your lip balms. If you don't want the comfrey in there, you don't have to, but it isn't going to hurt you if you use more herbs. So that's it, guys. Now we're going to go show you during our full moon, August 3rd, which is tomorrow. Good evening, everybody. I am showing you the oil infusion that I promised from my shop, that we're going to go out here in the backyard. And I'm here in Lakewood, California, and tonight 8:35 p.m. is when the Sturgeon full moon just arrived. And I'm going to show you a couple of shots if I get them. If not, probably just a video. I'm going to place the lavender buds, the calendula, and comfrey leaf out here. Let the full moon shine through it, and again, that's called the lunar oil infusion. You can also do tea if you prefer. Just place that out here, nothing fancy, it's just a chair, and that's really it. And if you like what you see here, follow me. I'm Aeridesgeneralstore.com, and all the information of the history regarding the corn moon, Sturgeon full moon, green moon, down below. Follow me, like this video. Bye guys, good night.